Appreciation August is on 1 week early at integrativemysticism.com. From now until the 31st of August 2020, enjoy 20% off all Scarlet Moon services, including gift certificates when you applied the codes on your screen. We are now also accepting tips and donations for those of you who've been requesting that for the last 7 years. You can now leave a tip or a donation at my website, integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Aquarius. It's time for your weekly horoscope for the coming 7 days. And look, we're back to using a 5-card spread. For those of you who've been following me for a while now, remember I used to use a 5-card spread, then I did the 6-card spread, and then I did the 4-card spread, and now we're back to the 5-card spread. And so let's have a look and see how your July is coming to a close. This week, it does look like there is something happening here where a lot of you are possibly having to deal with some issues about getting rid of energies that you're wasting out of insecurity, or things that are starting to burn you out because we are maybe doing a bit too much people pleasing, or trying too hard to fit in, or trying too hard to maybe feel welcome somewhere in a community, in a work group, in a family, and allowing ourselves to kind of get not only some of that energy back, but also start getting back on track with more authentic connections, more authentic relationships versus ones that are strictly performative or acted out. And the reason I say that is because, well, for your spiritual themes, we've got the Ace of Wands reversed, and we are basically taking this week to abandon that which is too costly to keep up. We talk about what is draining our energy, what we're talking about where things are going to waste. You can even look at the picture. You know, the magic coming out of the wand is just shooting right into the ground and, you know, amounting to nothing. It's not meeting its potential. Well, when we have this card show up as the spiritual theme, it's time to pay attention to what things are actually limiting our potential, but also draining us. What are we maybe expending too much of ourselves in order to just simply pass with or pass for? And a lot of you Aquarian people are going to be finding that this is a week that is also providing you a great many escapes, thank goodness, but also at the same time paying attention to where there are certain things that maybe used to make you feel secure, certain connections that used to make you feel secure, that actually were built out of the insecurity of everyone involved, or the participants in that, which means nobody there was actually going to grow, nobody there was actually getting anywhere. And so it's a big freedom week for you as well. In fact, as we get to your material concerns, we've got the Eight of Cups upright, and we are taking our leave of maybe an old standby, an old regular, something that we used to maybe depend on that is no longer challenging, it's no longer rewarding, and we're actually leaving for a completely new space, something that's going to be more engaging. And I'm feeling with the Eight of Cups, a lot of you are leaving what you might be considering to be just a dead end, whether it's something that you feel is happening with your work or your career, or maybe a financial opportunity that is giving you all it can give, and it might actually be kind of stepping out now down into the decline. In fact, with the Eight of Cups upright, I feel as though a lot of you are not necessarily taking a leap of faith, because it does feel intentional. It does feel that you know exactly where you're going next. You're actually giving yourself an opportunity to take a chance with something you've already eyed, something you've already studied, something you've already deemed aspirational. Whether it's something that you've been working on now or something you discovered this week, it is going to be compelling enough for you just to walk away from maybe, yeah, a work circumstance, a project, maybe a living situation, or a financial arrangement that you have for something that is going to be more fulfilling. As we get on to the community card, we talk about your friends and relatives and other people in your life. Well, we've got the Four of Swords reversed, and a lot of you are going to be put in a space where we have to confront some excessively tumultuous bonds that may be in our life or maybe in our spaces. And when I say excessively tumultuous bonds, well, that's kind of what I'm talking about. It's, you know, we talk about maybe a situation with a friend or a relative that is maybe prone to outbursts, or maybe prone to too much drama, prone to, emotional swings, and, the highs are really high and the lows are incredibly low. And there's something going on this week where it feels as though this is not something that should be permitted to kind of just go on and be treated as normal anymore. And it's not out of judgment for the person. We don't know what's going on in their life, right? They may be struggling with something, but that does not necessarily mean that we move everything in the room for the elephant in the room. That doesn't mean we start throwing out our own stuff to fit more elephants in the room. And this is a week where a lot of you are going to be finding these sort of highs and lows, ups and downs are becoming more and more intolerable. The craziness and the drama itself is going to be able to subside, but I feel like we have to assess and confront these bonds first and let everyone know exactly what we are no longer going to be tolerating. This could be maybe a last straw kind of energy for some of you. You may be kind of finding, oh my goodness, here we go again. Oh my goodness, this family member. Oh my goodness, this friend. Or oh my goodness, this person. This is the last straw. If that is the case, so it is. But for a lot of you out there, this is also an opportunity to give somebody a last chance to at least take responsibility for their expression of what they're carrying and going through, so that they can understand that we do have to take responsibility at some point. As we get on to your challenge, your personal lesson for this week, we have the King of Cups in reverse, and, this is all about paying attention to where we need to step back from a place where we are maybe acting from a place of insecurity, or acting as a support, or maybe overcompensating for insecure people or ungrounded people, unbalanced or unstable situations, because the King of Cups in reverse is already just sort of afloat, getting tossed around in the ocean. The thing that you don't understand is that he's not actually going anywhere. He's just getting pushed back and forth, left and right, over and over and over again. So there can be limitations to our growth when all we're doing is grinding these battles over maybe some frenetic energy and activity with that Four of Swords reversed, or maybe feeling stuck in a space where we're going around in circles, so we need to take our leave with the Eight of Cups upright. A lot of you Aquarian people are going to get an opportunity to assess just that this coming week, but we have to make sure that we ourselves are not being a bleeding heart 1 minute and accidentally just letting ourselves look the other way with dysfunctional behavior, and then the next minute start acting from a place of insecurity where we are almost afraid to lose the dysfunction either. It's a very personal internal thing that we all have to go through every once in a while. But I'm seeing with that and the Ace of Wands reversed, it's a very strong lesson. Don't let these tumultuous waters douse your flame. As we get on to number 5, right, the relationships and romance and love, we have the Five of Wands upright. And there does seem to be a point where we have to pay attention to where certain aspects of ourselves might be compartmentalized too much, because I'm seeing for a lot of you Aquarian people who are maybe available or single, looking for new people, you're going to see multiple partner opportunities coming your way, but each one is going to be kind of resonating with one version of yourself and not the others. And when we have that happen, it's important to understand that maybe we can't fragment ourselves and our self-expression. Maybe we do need to see what we can do to, kind of find the best partner of all of them, because we're seeing partners showing up that are, of course, meeting certain needs, but it's our expression that we have to pay attention to this week. Multiple partner opportunities resonating with multiple selves means you, to find the right partner, are going to have to choose and be your favorite self. When it comes to your coupled Aquarian people, this is very much the same thing, except the fights, or not really a fight, but let's just say the there is more of a struggle of future paths and future friends and social support systems up for challenge to you and your partner, I guess you could say, because now we're seeing where we and our partner or we and ourselves have been, again, choosing different presentations, choosing different selves to be in our reality, and all of a sudden now it's created multiple different futures for multiple different selves, or in this case multiple different types of relationships for this couple to become. We have to pick our favorite relationship, the one that resonates most with both of us, and go forward with it, and then we have no conflict. But if we insist on compartmentalizing and fragmenting our expressions of self, there will be a conflict, and so there's a lesson there. So I hope you found this helpful. I'm going to format this video and get this off to you. Thank you so much for stopping by, and remember, if you ever want to get a session, go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.